What's up guys, Ruppy here welcoming you to week 5 of the International Battling League. My Columbus Swoo got ourselves back on track last week with a huge win that almost undid all the damage we suffered from our first loss the week before. We are currently sitting at 3-1 plus 3, and we're not looking too bad right now. Though this week is going to be a bit of a challenge, as we take on the New York Cosmogs, coached by Phantom. I hope that's how he wants me to refer to him. If there is any other way, I'm sure I will hear about it once this video goes up. Anyway, the Cosmogs are 2-2 right now. They're evened out in differential, but one look at their roster and you'll see why I am a bit afraid heading into this. It should be appearing off to the right about now, and I'm sure you'll notice the very first mon on the list is Melmetal. Anyone who watched my Week 3 game from LET knows how much I dread seeing Melmetal on the other side of the field for me. If there's any mon I'm almost positive is going to probably come into this game, it'll be that one. He also has Keldeo, Hippowdon, Umbreon, Rabombi, Gardevoir, Quillfish, Morpeko, Mr. Rhyme, Dusclops, and his G-Max, which is Appleton. He's got a couple of things I noticed. He's obviously got some very powerful threats. Melmetal stands out, obviously, among the pack. Keldeo could be a potential issue. He's otherwise got some bulky Trick Room-esque things he could throw at me. Rabombi could set webs to slow me down, though I have potential counter webs as well as potential counter Trick Room. Morpeko's also kind of fast and could do some damage, but I mean, he's got bulk in Hippowdon and Umbreon, Quillfish to some degree as well, which can also intimidate me. Mr. Rhyme can spin hazards away, Dusclops is stupidly bulky. Appleton's bulky, especially if it G-Maxes, but it's actually got a pretty bad matchup for the most part against my team, specifically my own dragon. So I'll see if that one comes or not. I have a feeling he's going to rely mostly on Melmetal and maybe Keldeo, and probably his defensive things to try to slow me down, but we will see how that plays out. You're probably noticing right now that my mons over here do not have nicknames attached to them like they normally do when I do these team builder videos. There's a reason for that. So, this roster for this week's game was not built by me. I will be upfront with that right now. This was actually built by the newest member of my front office, Gage. If that name sounds familiar, that's because he's the aforementioned LET coach who thrashed me in week 3 with his own Melmetal. He offered to help and join my front office. I gladly accepted his help. He apparently decided to take some initiative while I was tied up with other things earlier in the week and built a team for me. He came up with a lot of sets with some additional input from other members of my front office and presented it to me. I kind of narrowed it down to what I think is probably going to be best for this game, and that's how we got to this point. They will have nicknames when we get to the game itself, but I'm kind of in a bit of a time crunch right now. Not as bad as in past weeks where I'm recording this right before the game, but I figured probably better to get this team builder knocked out sooner rather than later, so no need to rush on the nicknames. They will be present when I actually get to what I need to get to. So, going off the notes he left me, since this is not my own design, though I really like a lot of what he came up with. First mon we have on the docket is Rotom Wash, which is my laundry day. And boy, is it going to be laundry day for this game for a certain Metal Titan. Rotom Wash has one main purpose, and that is being my answer to Melmetal. Rest Sleep Talk allows me to be able to take hits from it, in addition to being able to heal off all the damage. With Rocky Helmet, any double Iron Bashes he's throwing my way are not bothering me at all, and are really doing more damage to him than anything else. Plus, I believe water resists steel naturally, so Rotoms can certainly take those. The speed EVs on here Gage told me, are designed to speed creep a Quillfish that's attempting to speed creep a min-speed Rotom Wash. which is certainly a possibility if he expects me to go fully defensive to be able to get around Melmetal, while being able to potentially bring Qwilfish in to try to status me, or potentially get something off that Rotom would not appreciate, an unnecessary hit. But Rotom's primary purpose is dealing with Melmetal, plain and simple. It can deal with a couple other things on his team as well if I need it to, but it's primarily a Melmetal answer. End of story. Next up is going to be Kyurem, and we're kind of getting back to basics with this on Kyurem. We're going a Choice Spec set because Choice Spec's Kyurem just straight up wrecks things. End of discussion there. You put something in front of Kyurem and it outspeeds it, it's going to probably slaughter something. Kyurem's job this game is really tear giant holes in his team with Spec's attacks. The 140 speed EVs, he didn't necessarily state this, though I think I figured it out on my own. They are designed to outspeed a non-Scarf Gardevoir, which certainly I don't believe would want to eat a Spec's hit from Kyurem, though unless he's trying to pack AV, or if he is running Scarf, which the 116 HP EVs I believe are there, so it can. Yeah, this is in the notes he gave me. Timid Scarf Gardevoir, I can take a Moonblast from full with these EVs and fire back in return with a Flash Cannon if need be, if I'm not already locked into something else. Obviously, if I'm locked in a Draco Meteor, I'm switching out, or maybe Focus Blast. But from full, I can take a Moonblast and fire right back. Salazzle is next on the docket, and this mon is kind of important this game. Yes, it is kind of delving into potential Toxic Stall territory again, but Salazzle has a lot of good uses this game. Instead of Protect, I took Gage's suggestion and decided to go with Taunt, because, let's see, it pretty much shuts down Umbreon. It shuts down Hippo to some degree. With Toxic and Corrosion, I can definitely Toxic everything. Toxicking Melmetal would certainly be the highlight of my night. As well as Qwilfish, which would probably be coming in on Salazzle in many cases if he brings that. Salazzle also gives me a way to absorb Toxic Spikes, since I could see him pulling that with the aforementioned Qwilfish, since I'm not bringing any removal this game. There was a mon that could potentially do removal, but I ultimately thought that maybe going a more offensive route would probably be the better idea here. The 188 speed, if I'm not mistaken, is designed to be able to outrun, I want to say Keldeo. I'm sure something will pop up correcting me. This is all stuff I looked at a little while ago while he and I were talking. I think I figured some of this out on my own. The others are here in his notes. But Salazzle, I believe, is going to be important to this matchup. Now, granted, I did say the same thing when I played Brendan back in Week 3, but I believe if I can play my cards right this time, and know when to abandon one plan to adapt to the situation at hand, hopefully we will not run into the same disastrous results. Next up is my G-Max Hatterene. There were two different sets we were toying around with this game. I'm not going to mention the other set on the off chance that I do run into him in playoffs again. Down the line, gives me a couple options. But this set is actually quite interesting. It is a somewhat mixed set with Mystical Fire, Shadow Claw, Dazzling Gleam, and Giga Drain. This gives me coverage for everything that I would probably need Hat to take on. The main idea behind, obviously, AV allows us to take hits from Keldeo. Shadow Claw is on the off chance he brings a Calm Mind Gardevoir, because this allows Hat a way around that, especially since Gardevoir's physical defenses are a lot more frail than its special defenses. I've got 20 attack EVs that should be able to deal with that. The 100 speed EVs, I believe, looking over what I've got here, I believe they are meant to outpace. I'm almost positive it's Hippo. I'm pretty sure maybe Qwilfish as well, but definitely Hippo above all else, to be able to hit it, to be able to catch it with a Giga Drain and do some nice damage to it, or Max Overgrowth if that is the play at hand. Next on the docket, since we are discussing all this heat the Gage has come up with for me, Throat Spray Galvantula. So I know the EVs and the moveset is fairly standard, but I mean, why really worry about anything else when it comes to Galvantula at this point? Because I have webs in case I need to set them, which I would probably only be looking into if I think Keldeo's going to be an issue, or to counteract webs that he sets up, because I cannot set them myself. Now, I'm aware he does have a spinner in Mr. Rhyme, but I think I've got enough pressure that Mr. Rhyme is not necessarily as big of an issue as far as getting rid of hazards. But the main idea: use Bug Buzz, activate Throat Spray, and then Galvantula basically just goes to town on his team. I don't think any more needs to be said there. Last up, as much as I know Brandon is getting sick of seeing it, and is probably legitimate. I know he's joked about it, but he may legitimately be thinking of replacing me at this point, the more I bring it. Blame my front office for finding ways to make it work. Oranguru is coming, aka Brendan himself. Basically, Oranguru is here to kind of be a pivot / disruptor. Toxic is there to toxic things that Salazzle may not be able to get to. Of course, Salazzle obviously has better capabilities there because of corrosion, but Oranguru is able to work around things as well. Psychic is there for stab, so I'm not complete setup bait. Taunt shuts a few things down that are slower, like, say, anything that may want to try to pull Trick Room on me. Or, say, status from the likes of Dusclops or anything like that. Knockoff is probably the main thing I'm going to be using this thing for. More so just to kind of get rid of items. Oranguru can also kind of take on Keldeo fairly well, and definitely scare it out with a Psychic, or put it on a timer with Toxic, or keep it from setting up any further Calm Lines or anything like that with Taunt. So, that is the game plan here. Thank you again to Gage for building this team for me. I will again stress, I did not ask him to do this. He did this of his own volition, and I am very grateful for him for taking the initiative on this, since he saw a lot of use. And I'm certainly going to, as someone who has already wrecked me with Melmetal in LET, I certainly value his input for trying to deal with a Melmetal. So, that is the team, and I will be right back when it is game time. Hey guys, wanted to make a quick little note about this game before we actually get to the battle proper, just to kind of lay the groundwork for something sort of regarding this game, or at least the upload of this video, and the weeks to come. My side of this battle is going to be the only side that is going to be available to watch, unfortunately. The reason behind this is because after we played this game, Phantom ended up dropping from the IBL. He had his reasons, and they are perfectly understandable, and that is all I'm going to say on the matter out of respect to him. So, a guy by the name of Hagbones has since taken over his team, and as of week 6, which is the game I actually just played earlier today, as of when I'm editing this, he will be the guy in charge of the team going forward. It is no longer the New York Cosmogs. Out of respect to Phantom for the fact that this was his final week, I will be leaving the link for him, for all the socials, for all the coaches, down in the description below. I will be leaving that intact. Starting with next week, the replacement coaches, because he wasn't the only one that ended up getting replaced, but I will elaborate more on that when we get to my week 6 video, which has already been, that game's already been played and the videos have been recorded as of this point. I elaborate on it a bit there. But I do want to wish Phantom the best in the future, and I am honored that I was able to be your final game, barring these circumstances that will be elaborated on when we actually get to the battle itself, because I certainly talk about it quite a bit in there. But thank you, Phantom, for allowing me to be your final battle before you did have to go from the IBL. I certainly wish you the best of luck in the future, and if the time comes you ever are able to return to Mons, I look forward to that day. and hopefully our paths will cross again. Thank you. Are you ready for some Pokemon? A Monday night party! Alright, it's battle time, guys, and if you're able to see it in the upper left-hand corner of the battle area there, or just judging by when this is going up, yes, my game was voted as the Monday night game for the week, so we're in prime time, baby. I'm going to try to sound a little more subdued than I probably should in this moment, only because of the time. It's actually almost 1:30 in the morning when we're playing this. It's a long story, I'd rather not get into it, but we're going to try to get this knocked out regardless. So, we're going to get into the battle, see what he brought, and see if we can claim ourselves another win, and keep ourselves at a one-loss standing. He brought Keldeo, Melmetal, Mr. Rhyme, Umbreon, Gardevoir, and Quillfish. So for the most part, what I was expecting, not so much Mr. Rhyme, but, yeah, not so much Mr. Rhyme, but he didn't bring webs, which is good news. Part of me kind of wants to lead with Oranguru, just to try to throw him off right out of the gate, maybe knock something off. No, I'm going to do that. I see no reason not to do that. Because if he leads Quillfish to try to set hazards up on me, I can start dealing with those right away. Alright, so we are ready. Here we go. Good luck, have fun, Phantom. And I ask again, are you ready for some Monday night Pokemon? Alright. So, I'm going to lead Oranguru. He is going to lead... He goes straight for Melmetal. Interesting. Huh. Kinda wasn't expecting that, actually. So, I got two options here. I can knock off, get rid of whatever item he's running. Or I could taunt to keep him from setting up if he is a setup set, and I would not be surprised if he is. Oranguru, I think, should outspeed this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and taunt. Keep him from setting up Acid Armor or Iron Defense or whatever he wants to do if he wants to play that game. If he is a Banded set, I'm probably going to lose Oranguru, but that would be good knowledge to have. So I'm just going to go ahead and taunt. And this Melmetal is going to go straight for the double Iron Bash. So, Oranguru just barely lives. I mean, Oranguru was here just to kind of throw things off anyway. I mean, it's kind of a Keldeo... Actually, it's kind of a Keldeo check, too. So, there is that. Well, I still have Hasukia for that. So, I could knock off, because it looks like he might... Well, I mean, Bandit would have actually killed me, at least if he's adamant. I think I'm just gonna sack Oranguru and knock off, get rid of whatever item he's holding. Just for peace of mind. Get a bit ship up. Protective pads! And he goes Rock Slide. So it looks like he actually did come kind of prepared for Rotom. Interesting. Protective pads. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Laundry Day, because it's my dedicated answer to this thing anyway. I know I kind of... To some degree, I kind of threw Oranguru away early, but... Okay, he would... I would think he would switch, maybe? I'm just gonna straight up Hydro Pump, see what he wants to do. If he wants to just try going for Rock Slide, that's fine. Nope, he's gonna withdraw into Mr. Rhyme. Dun 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 dun. I do like the Undertale theme he's got going on here. That Hydro Pump did alright-ish damage. I'm half expecting him to Freeze Dry. I'm gonna Volt Switch, because I think I can outpace this thing. I mean, I've got a little bit of speed investment to be... If he's a more bulky build, just to try to be a spinner, then I should be able to hit the Volt Switch out on this thing and go into something else. Because I did put a bit of speed investment in here for the Quillfish. Yep, I do outspeed, so I'm going to be able to Volt Switch off, get a little more damage off on this thing. And I kind of think I want to go into Cure him right now, actually, and hit something. Yeah, I'm going to go into Cryogenic. Because I should be able to take just about any hit from this Mr. Rhyme. Whatever it wants to do. Which is... Freeze Dry. I should definitely be able to take that. Let's see, I'm at 146, so that actually did a little more. I think he might be a little more offensively invested, actually. So, at this range, I wouldn't, it might be a roll if I kill on Focus Blast, but I definitely do not want to, I'm gonna go Focus Blast, actually, because I'm expecting him to switch into, no, he stayed in. And I do not get the kill. Oh, shit. Okay, I do live that. I'm locked in a Focus Blast. Do I want to risk trying a second one? Is the question. So I could go into Hesukia right now. I'm going to go into Hesukia. I'm going to preserve Kyurem for a little bit. I had that as kind of a roll. So I want to hazard a guess and say Mr. Rhyme is AV. As he's going to switch here into Goat, which is the Quillfish. Okay, so this is kind of a potential double-edged sword I'm sitting on here. Because if he has a poison move, I could definitely see him busting it out. I did not bring a psychic move. Do I dare max now? He didn't bring his max. If I max now... If he's Poison Jab... I can definitely take it and fire off an Overgrowth. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I need to start applying some pressure. And he did not bring his G-Max, which is Appleton, which would not have really wanted to see Kyurem anyway. So, he did lower my attack, so Phantasm's doing a little less, but that's fine. I'm not using Phantasm on this thing anyway. So, Hesukia is here, assuming her true form. You probably noticed I have there's the Poison Jab, which I take. And gonna be able to fire off this Overgrowth, which should do some good damage. Almost kills. So the good thing about this is he can't set up hazards while Hesukia's in. Let's see. Well, the Black Sludge plus Terrain, I think, took him out of I could smite here. Yeah, smite looks like it's gonna kill, so I'm gonna go ahead and try smite, actually. In case he tries preserving this thing. Probably a bit of a bad call on my part, because this is actually a minus defense, and because this is hasty. But Quillfish is heavily weakened. If he switches to try to preserve the thing to get up hazards later, I'm hitting something. I'm definitely hitting something with a smite. I'm smiting something. He's just gonna poison jab again, which Hesukiya is gonna be able to take. And this smite should kill. And it does, so Quillfish is out of here. Which is good, because I don't have to worry about hazards at all. I'm gonna get some, recovery. And I'm half expecting him to go into Melmetal here. And if Oranguru... Yep, that is exactly what he's gonna do, which... I'm actually okay with this. Because I can max flare. I'm pretty sure if Oranguru outsped this thing, Hatterene can outspeed this thing, because I've got speed investment. Yep, so I'm going to be able to fire off this max flare. Not enough to kill, I got a lower roll on it. I mean, I don't know if it would have been killing regardless, but I've got this thing in a bad spot. He's going to go ahead and take out Hesukiya with double Iron Bash, which sucks, but I kind of want to see something real quick. Well, if the range was that, I don't think it would kill, actually. I'm gonna go into Cyanide, because I can threaten this thing out with a flamethrower. So he's not banned, so I'm gonna set up a sub, actually, because I'm expecting him to switch, fearing the flamethrower, because I'm pretty sure he wants to keep this thing, especially, well... Maybe not actually for Kyurem, because I'm half expecting that Gardevoir to be scarfed, actually. But I would think, considering what this thing can do, he would try to preserve it? And I can easily set up a sub in that case. No, he stays in. Okay, this is about to get interesting. What... He reveals Earthquake. That's interesting to me. Because I definitely kill with a flamethrower, even if I didn't have the sun up right now, thanks to Hesukiya. Either he expected me to be sub and definitely does not want me to have one up. I'm going to go ahead and flamethrower now, then just to get rid of this thing. So the minor problem is, I believe my Keldeo answers are kind of, well, no, I still have Rotom Wash lingering around. I can still take it out with Rotom. Probably. We'll see how that goes as Melmetal bites the dust. Definitely feels good killing a Melmetal, though. I will say that. As Salazzle's going to get quite a bit back, thanks to everything. There goes my Grassy Terrain. So, what I do next definitely depends on what he sends out. I outspeed Keldeo, but I really don't... That is, in fact, the Keldeo. Let's see, if he's a spec set... I mean, I'm EV to outspeed this thing. I'm gonna go into laundry. I'm gonna preserve cyanide here. Because I have a feeling he's just gonna try to straight up take me out. Yep, he goes straight for the surf. Which barely does anything in the sun to Rotom Wash. I can definitely Volt Switch out on him. I'm going to do that. If he stays in because he thinks he can take it, I can figure something out. But either I wouldn't think he would want damage off on this thing, maybe? I mean, the only move he's seen me go... Well, he's seen me go for Hydro Pump and Volt Switch at this point. Or actually, maybe just Volt Switch. I don't remember what I've revealed to him. Yep, he's going to switch. So I'm going to be able to Volt Switch out to get initiative. And he goes into Keldeo, which is fine. Or, sorry, Umbreon. So, let me see real quick if I can figure out what kind of Umbreon this is. If I go into Galvantula now, I could Bug Buzz to activate my Throat Spray, which could be nice. I'm gonna do that, actually. Because I think I can put some pressure on him right now if I just straight up Bug Buzz. Even if he's a specially defensive set, after I get the +1, I don't think he'll be able to kill... He's just a straight up leftover set. So I'm going to kind of pull the trigger here early. I'm just going to Bug Buzz and activate my Throat Spray, see what he wants to do. He could try wishing... He's just going to switch. Into... That's Gardevoir. Which is not going to appreciate this Bug Buzz regardless. My Throat Spray is going to activate. So the fact that he sent this thing in leads me to believe another Bug Buzz could kill. I'm a Thunder, actually. I'm going to make sure I kill this thing. I have a feeling he's Scarfed just by the way he brought this thing in. If he outspeeds me, he's definitely Scarfed. Actually, now that I'm thinking about Bug Buzz probably could kill from this range, so the Thunder might have been an unnecessary risk. But I want to see how he plays this. If he stays in and hits me... The sun is gone, so... Nope, he does not outspeed me. I'm going to be able to drop a Thunder on this thing. And that's Gardevoir gone. So Galvantula is definitely sitting pretty right now. So if Gardevoir is not Scarfed, is Keldeo Scarfed? Well, he's going to go back into Umbreon. Which... If he is specially defensive at +1, I 2-hit KO with Bug Buzz. Yeah. So he's gonna Foul Play, which does some, not a whole lot. So I definitely kill him with another Bug Buzz. How do I want to go about this? Because there's two ways I could play this. I could go for Sticky Web, figuring that his Keldeo is Scarfed, and guarantee wear that thing down to a point, because I killed this thing no matter what. I'm going to Sticky Web, actually. Because I'm predicting him to either... No, he's just going to straight up switch. Into Mr. Rhyme. Which is fine. Because even if he's Assault Vest, from this range, I definitely kill with a Bug Buzz. And if Rotom outsped, Spire Dance is going to be able to outspeed. You know, considering I love the Undertale naming schemes that going, I kind of feel bad for beating him with my own Undertale reference. For anyone who has not played Undertale, first off, what kind of rock are you living under? And secondly, so I'm just gonna drop a thunder on him from here. Secondly, Spire Dance is the name of the battle song for Muffet in the game. So I'm gonna drop this thunder, and yeah, this is pretty much ball game at this point. Throat Spray Galvantula. This is 2 weeks in a row now where Galvantula has put in a ton of work for me. Galvantula is definitely being a very productive member of my team. So I'm just gonna Bug Buzz. GG Phantom. That is definitely gonna be the end of that. Well, he's going to protect to try to get one more turn of leftovers, but considering I am +1 because of the Throat Spray... This is basically a foregone conclusion at this point. So, farewell, Umbreon. GG Phantom. That was a great game, despite the late hour we were playing this at. And that is, I believe, a 4-0 win. That is not bad. So definitely a huge turnaround from week 3. So 4-1 and a win on a Monday night game. I'm certainly not complaining. So, with that said, thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little Monday Night Pokemon! I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. In any case, thank you guys so very much for watching. I've been Ruppy, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.